Well, you know, just looking at, you know, where we are at this point, offensively, again, protecting the football is an issue right now. And we got to understand the importance of it, that our margin for error is slim. And us protecting the football and not creating any negative plays with penalties and things of that nature. You know, that's kind of, you know, that's going to be the emphasis. Again, we're going to, you know, we're going to run the football. We're going to probably throw it a little bit more Saturday than we did last Saturday. But defensively, you know, our tackling, you know, working on our tackling and really trying to, you know, be physical and, again, executing the coverages and things. Can't give up the you know, what we call explosive plays. We've got to limit those explosive plays and again, create negative plays for the offense. You know, that's kind of the focus right now, whether it's turnovers, whether it's tackles for loss, sacks, things of that nature. That's what, you know, we're harping on daily.
I know because A-Day there's 40,000 people in the stands. It's going to be on TV. You can't do certain things in A-Day. In that sense, could this Saturday scrimmage be kind of the last big important scrimmage for players who are fighting for jobs or that sort of thing?
Yeah, it's certainly going to be one of those steps. There's no doubt about it. Now, you know, the good thing is that we have, you know, we still have 3 good days of practice left, you know, other than A-Day as well, which we need every one of those. But it's going to be the second big test, and it'll be interesting. There's a lot of young guys coming along, and you know, guys are still fighting for position. So Tuesday, I think, will tell a lot. I mean, this Saturday scrimmage will tell a lot, you know, about where we're at.
I mean, again, those 2 guys got a lot of experience, and got a lot of game experience, and so yeah, they're study learning their position, learning their roles. But you know, hopefully they'll be able to push one of those guys once they get a feel of exactly what they're supposed to be doing. That they can push those guys for a position and not just give in mentally to being a backup behind, you know, Mac and Zach.
Zach and Mike are both 2 quiet guys when they're in here. Are they kind of stepping up though as leaders on the field for you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, you know, to me it's you lead by bringing your pass, you know. And I'm not into that rah-rah. I mean, I know a lot of people are, but if you go out there and you knock somebody out, the crowd will do all that for you. So the thing they do, I'll tell you what, guys, is they have a lot of experience behind them. And they know what they're doing out there. And that's the thing I like about the both of them, because they come in the meeting rooms, they making sure that the young guys, and that's what I look at the most, is for those 2 guys having all experience, they're not selfish at all. They're talking to the young guys and making sure they communicate with the corners. They kind of, you know, get to the role where they can take charge, where they, you know, my goal is you guys know where everybody's at on the football field. So every day's a challenge, and they'll get better.
First, you got a punishment with Coach Malzahn. He has this thing where if you get a turnover, you got to do up downs on every line on the field, and then Coach Luke has his own drill that we have to do with him. It's like hopping like over each other, and he's constantly trying to take the ball away. And then it's like one where I didn't have to do it. I know Eric had to do it from where he fumbled. It's like everybody. It's like you're the only person with the ball, and like all the rest of the running backs are trying to take the ball from you. So like you can do whatever you want, like to get the ball out of his hands. So that was pretty fun. And like if you get it out, if you get it from him, then he has to do up downs. But if he keeps it, then the rest of the running backs have to do up downs.
They understand how important it is, and they're not letting those balls hit the ground. And that's big. They get punished after every practice for every drop. If they drop 17, they run 17 times. Everybody. And we count it as a group. We don't count it individually. Everybody that drops the ball, if it touches your hand and hits the ground, you're going to be punished, because I want them to understand that drops are not tolerated or accepted at Auburn, and we're going to make sure that continues to be the policy.
I guess we saw you the other day in practice taking the goalpost pad and hitting guys over the middle. What are some of the other drills that you do that maybe are a little bit exotic?
You know, that usually comes out after I get really mad after a drop. So, and we call that the headache drill. So, since they're giving me a headache, I think it's only right that they get one too. But it's really to make them focus on the last 6 inches of the catch. Everybody, if I ask you, how do you catch the football? What do you use?
Your hands.
Close your eyes and let me throw this recorder at you and use just your hands. If you can't see it, you can't what? You can't catch it. So I don't care how good your hands are. If you can't track that football with your eyes, the last 6 inches, you have no chance. But everybody takes the same attitude. what you just said, because in your head, common sense, you think it's just hands. But if I close my eyes and try to catch a football, I have no chance. And it doesn't happen with you closing your eyes, but kids don't know how to track the ball. The ball's over here, and they're using their peripheral vision, and the ball's right there, and they're not catching. They should lock their eyes into it, and then I catch it and tuck it away. I've never seen a ball drop that's been tucked away. I've seen a lot where you turn and run before you tucked it and dropped it. So we focus on the last 6 inches of the catch. We talk about hand placement. We do a lot of fundamentals that they haven't had to make them understand that if I do the little things right, then the big things will come. And that's where we are right now with them guys, really honing in and not accepting them with bad habits. I mean, some of you guys play golf. If you got a bad habit and you swing with it, you try to work it to get it out. It's the same thing.